Okay, hello guys! Welcome back to another vlog. Ayan, I know kung napapansin ninyo sa mga nakaraang videos ko, sa mga nanood ng mga previous vlog ko, puro medyo mga negative or hindi encouragement yung mga nakikita nyo or napapanood nyo sa mga vlog ko. I'm just showing you guys kung anong meron dito. So, sinishow ko sa inyo yung both positive, negative, and yung downside ng pagpunta ko dito sa Amerika para naman aware kayo bago kayo dumating dito sa Jamaica or America. Ayan. Medyo pleasant tayo ngayon kasi happy. Charis. Pabebe ka. Pabebe lang. Okay. Nakita nyo naman sa title ng video na to, mga Inday. This video is all about money and investment. So, isi-share ko lang sa inyo yung experience ko about money and investment. So, for those of you na hindi interested sa topic na to, you can now skip this vlog or video because this is not nursing related or America related topic. This is about money and investment. Gusto ko lang magbigay ng share and tips about money before kayo pumunta dito sa Amerika or kung saang manglupalop kayo mag-abroad so that when you reach the age of not retirement but the age na gusto nyo nang umuwi at mag-settle sa Pilipinas is at least you are financially comfortable or meron kayong naitabi maski papano para makapagsimula sa Pilipinas. Because aminin man natin o hindi, mga Inday, karamihan sa atin, hindi lahat, kahit ma-offeran pa ng passport or citizenship after 6 or 7 years dito sa Amerika is may balak pa ring mag-settle or umuwi ng Pilipinas at doon mag-retire. Because kagaya nga ng sinabi ko nung una sa inyo, you can retire in the Philippines, you can get or be paid for your social security benefits slash pension kahit nasa Pilipinas kayo. So, pwede kayong mag-retire sa Pilipinas. O di ba, bongga, kung magkakaroon kayo ng pension na 1.5, 1.7, or 1.8 per month, sinong susweldo sa inyo ng 80, 90, or 100,000 sa Pilipinas? Diba? With your social security benefits, tapos hindi naman gaano kataas, lalo na sa probinsya, yung cost of living. So, it's up to you whether you will retire here or sa Pilipinas. So, let's go back to the topic, which is money and investment. So, let's talk about first the money that you're earning, di ba? Gusto ko lang i-clear yung about money, yung negative connotation or kung ano man yung pananaw ng iba about money. They said that money is the root of all evil. Yung pala yun, Charis. The root of all evil. Sabi nga nila, di ba, daming nag-aaway-away, kinakalimutan ang kaibigan, kinakalimutan ang pamilya because of money. But for me, money is money could works in different ways, okay? It really depends on how you use your money. You can use your money to buy drugs or bribe someone in order to get a favor, or you can also use money to feed the hunger or do charity, di ba? Mga magagandang bagay na kailangang pondohan ng kung ano, pera or money. So, pagdating nyo dito, gusto ko na after 10 years or 15 years, maalala nyo itong video na to kasi marami tayong mga kababayan na after 10 years na sa abroad, 15 years na sa abroad, 20 years na sa abroad, as in walang-wala pa rin because of improper money management. Again, uulitin ko, improper money management. You can definitely share and share money or support your family, support your loved ones. Pero wag nyo rin pababayaan yung sarili ninyo. Pay yourself first before anyone else. Again, I would repeat this over and over again. Pay yourself first before anyone else. Maski anak nyo pa yan, maski nanay, tatay nyo pa yan. Okay, many of you will disagree with me. It's okay. You can comment down below. Mabilis naman ako mag-respond. Or you can always, make suggestion or recommendation through kung ano man yung mga pinupunto ninyo sa aking comment section. I would really appreciate that. Charis, diba? Una, hindi ko sinasabing maging greedy at unahin yung sarili ninyo. Diba? Pay yourself first, mag-invest para sa sarili, mag-save para sa sarili, and at the same time, tumulong din sa pamilya. Dapat nakabalanse ang lahat. Hindi ko sinasabing wag tumulong, di ba? Wag tumulong sa pamilya or wag tumulong sa mga mahal sa buhay or wag paaralin yung anak niyo. No. Ang masama ay kung for example, bumibili kayo ng mga Louis Vuitton bag, nagsisave kayo, meron kayong milyon sa bangko, tapos yung nanay ninyo walang trabaho sa Pilipinas, wala nang makain, wala nang pambili ng gamot. Yun yung masama. Pero para bigyan nyo naman ng reward ang sarili ninyo, yon, okay yon. Okay? Hindi lahat mapupunta sa pamilya. Dapat meron ding napupunta sa sarili. Because how would you be able to help others if you yourself is, helpless? Diba? Aminin na natin, maraming mga OFW dyan na sobrang tumulong sa pamilya. Pero, sana tulungan muna natin yung sarili natin because we will never be able to help somebody else or inspire somebody else if we ourselves are helpless. Diba? Bongga! Ano ka? Financial advisor? Ayan, kuntuhan lang. Huwag masyadong seryosohin si Nurse Can. Baka mabash na naman ako. Okay. The first thing that you have to do, mga Inday, kung saan man lupalop kayo ng mundo, whether nasa Saudi man kayo, whether nasa Amerika, UK, Ireland, ano ka, international? Kung saan man lupalop kayo ng mundo, the first thing that you have to do is to determine how much you're earning. Ang sinasabi ko, mga Inday, net. Okay? How much you're earning every month. Ito nasa sa local currency ninyo, kung saan kayo nagtatrabaho ngayon. Huwag i-convert agad sa peso. So, how much you're earning? Magkano ba yung pumapasok sa cheque ninyo every month? So, kung may pumapasok, for example, ito lang example ha. Dito eksakto. Kunyari, 4,600. Every month, may USD. Kunya, nandito kayo sa Amerika. Pumapasok every month. Magkano ba dapat yung nasisave ninyo dito? Kayo na dapat i-deduct nyo agad kung magkano. Okay? Magkano ba dapat yung nasisave ninyo? Okay? Okay. For example, nag-set na kayo ng rules. Okay, 4,600. Dapat merong every month nasisave ko ay $2,000. Pak! Bongga ka, day! So, ano na lang yung natira? 2,600. Whatever is left in that 2,600, yun yung pagkakasyahin ninyo para ipambayad ng kuryente, ipambayad ng rent, sa rental apartment ninyo, ipadala sa Pilipinas, or kung ano man. Again, be strict on this because kapag ang ginawa ninyo is 4,600 minus bills, padala sa Pilipinas, ang mangyayari, $100 na lang ang natira. Okay? Let yourself and your family adjust if you really want, because how can you find money to save when you don't really have money after mabayaran lahat ng mga bills ninyo? So, dapat humanap kayo ng paraan na automatic na ito, savings 2,000. And then, you will live with $2,600 every month. Okay? So, kung ito lang yung kaya ninyo, dapat humanap kayo ng apartment na kaya lang ng 2,600 na to. You have, in short, you have to live below your means. Okay? If your means to live here in the United States of America, dito kunyari sa lugar ko, hindi ko sinasabing sa California, imposibleng mabuhay kayo ng 2,600. Ano lang to apartment, isang maliit na apartment lang, 1 bedroom lang yung 2,600. O, diba? So, in my case lang. So, kunyari, 2,600 or 2,200 kasi sa akin, 2,200, ito lang yung mapagkakasya ko. So, hindi ako pwedeng kumuha ng apartment na 2,500 or 2,000. Kasi that is beyond my means. Diba sinabi ko sa inyo, live below your means, not beyond your means. But within your needs. Hindi ko sinasabing isakripisyo yung needs niyo at kumuha kayo ng isang 1-bedroom na apartment ng walang CR. Common yung CR, di ba? So kung need niyo yon, kumuha kayo ng mga medyo average type na mga ano. Pero hindi dapat kayo nagaganito na parang, ay, ito yung gusto ko. Ito yung dapat na apartment ko. So, the word ito dapat is not a need. It is a want. Every time you go, guys, to a department store, if you really wanna save, okay? Every time. Kapag wala kayong extrang pera, bonus man yan, ibinigay kayo ng employer o kung ano, kung wala kayong extra, ask yourself, is this a want or is this a need? If this is a want, walk away. If this is a need, soap, water, everything, you will die without this, or this will make your life very complicated without this, go ahead and buy it. But if this is a want, walk away and think. Baka kaya nyo siyang bilhin after 3 months or 4 months pag-ipunan ninyo. O diba? Kailangan meron kayong savings na at least half or more than half of it. So kunyari, meron na, okay, tapos na ang usapan. Nagli-live kayo below your means, pasok sa budget ang inyong apartment, ang inyong grocery, lahat-lahat. Okay? Hindi ito yung standard na computation na dapat ganito yung naipon nyo every month. Pwede namang 1,000 or 1,500 for as long as meron kayong naiipon per month. Okay? Huwag magagalit. Ang magagalit ay, papasampal ko. Charis, joke lang yun. Charis lang. Kung ayaw nyo yung video na to, pwede naman kayong mag-skip na ngayon pa lang, di ba? Kung medyo natatamaan kayo or nasasaktan kayo sa mga sinasabi ko, I would understand. This is just my way of waking you up. Diba? Mahimasmasan kayo para magising kayo sa katotohanan. Charis, joke lang. O ayun, nakapag-save na kayo, meron na kayong nasi-save buwan-buwan. Okay, so where will you put it? Will you go directly to your investment? Ay, may savings na pala ako, bibili ako ng lupa, bibili ako ng ginto, bibili ako ng ganito, bibili ako ng ganyan, bibili ako ng... gosh. Okay. What if ginawa nyo yon? Bumili kayo ng bahay, na mansyon, kasi nga marami na kayong meron na kayong savings, $20,000, $30,000, diba? So, bibili na ako ng ginto, investment ito, bibili na ako ng, bibili na ako ng bahay or lupa. Okay, let's say, for example, bumili kayo ng lupa. Okay. Nagka-emergency! My God! Nagkasakit si tatay. Na ospital, pinagamot, ganyan-ganyan. What's gonna happen to your investment? You don't have emergency fund. You don't have savings strong savings in your bank account. Do you know what's gonna happen? Ibebenta nyo ang property ninyo or lupa ninyo or stocks man yan or kung ano man. Immediately. Bibenta nyo siya ng palugi kasi nga wala kayong liquid cash. Anything na binibenta ng madalian, mga inday, bihira kang makakuha ng buyer na mataas yung presyo. Basta madalian pala kailangan natin ng pera na to, babaratin na lang natin. O diba? So, dapat meron kayong emergency fund and strong savings before kayo pumunta or mag-invest sa kahit anumang investment. Because once emergency comes, tornadoes o kung anuman, calamity, tapos kailangan nyo ng liquid na cash, ang mangyayari niyan ay ibebenta at ibebenta nyo lang yung property ninyo kasi kailangan ninyo ng liquid cash. Okay, let's move on naman. So, bago pala mag-investment kan, kailangan kailangan mo pala ng emergency fund. How would you compute for your emergency fund? Kailangan ba ang emergency fund ay buong sahod? For me, in my own opinion, disclaimer, hindi ako financial advisor, for me, hindi dapat buong sahod. For me, it should be your total expenses every month. Okay? Total expenses every month. So, kunyari, ang pinaghahandaan mo ay baka mawalan ka ng trabaho or kung estimate mo, ilang months ba yung kinakailangan mo para makahanap ka ulit ng trabaho or kung magkasakit ka, ilang months ba? So, for me, 6 to 12 months. 12 months is the maximum, but I go with 8 months always. So, 8 months is enough. So, 6 kasi for more than a year, parang baldado ka na nun. Ayaw mo na magtrabaho, day. Hindi na yun, day, recession or nawala ng trabaho. Hindi na yun ganun yan, day. Sakit ng katamaran na yun at ayaw mo nang magtrabaho. Charis. Ayan. For example, 2,500 every month ang kinakailangan mo para mabuhay. Times 8, that's $20,000. Ang $20,000 na to, mga inday, hindi ito dapat nasa cash deposit or kung ano man. For me, in my own opinion, for you to be more comfortable. Para pwede mo siyang kunin anytime. That will make you at ease. Because remember, the purpose of money is not to make you feel anxious. Okay? The purpose of money is to make us feel better, to make us feel safe, peaceful, so that pag bago tayo matulog sa gabi, that no matter what happened tomorrow, we are covered because we have emergency fund. Of course, you cannot estimate or foresee what's gonna happen in the future, but at least because we are not God, but at least you have this emergency fund that will cover you no matter what happened. So $20,000. After that, you move on to your savings. If you want savings, create a travel fund na hinuhulugan mo every month at least $100, $50, $200. Once it's accumulated after 6 months or 10 months, believe me or not, magugulat na lang kayo sa balance nun. So, pag gusto nyo mag-travel after 10 months, 9 months for relaxation, magugulat na lang kayo sa laman nun yun. Or, dadagdagan nyo na lang siya ng onte if you wanna relax and travel. We also want to relax and have vacation once in a while, di ba? Not every month, but at least every 6 months or every 8 months. Di ba? So, mga inday, ang OT please lang, kapag nag-overtime kayo, kaya nga overtime beyond your working hours, this should not be used or covered for your monthly expenses. Never consider doing overtime just to cover up your bills. Never. Dapat kapag nag-overtime kayo, this is a bonus for you. Either it goes to your investment or it goes to your like leisure activity. Okay? So in order for you to pag ano ba yan? Nabubulol ako. Pag na-secure niyo na yung savings ninyo, yung emergency fund ninyo, move on to your investment. Kasi, remember, ang sinasabi kong investment, mga inday, this should be money that is free to you or you don't need in the next 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 20, or even 25 years. These are free money that you don't need in the next two or 3 decades. You will never touch this investment. Investment needs time for it to grow. Okay? Your body, okay, in growing your investment is not your having a big capital. It is time that will nourish it. Okay? So you have different types of investment. You have unit investment trust fund that you can purchase, or UITF that you can purchase in a bank or in a management company like mutual funds. Like you can purchase mutual fund from a lot of management company like Fidelity or Vanguard or whatever. Stocks, you can purchase directly. Lupa or kung anumang property ang gusto ninyo. But make sure, mga inday, that you always guard your investment, okay? Never touch it. Remember, one key point na always ninyong tatandaan always. The money that you put in investment should be the money that you don't need for the next 10, 12, 13, or even 20 years from now. It is a free money. So, dapat meron kayong emergency fund, meron kayong savings, meron kayong... when you don't have all of these things, and you are spending too much, you are spending way beyond your means. Oh my God, I wouldn't say it. Ayoko nang magsalita, charis. Baka kainisan pa ako ng karamihan. So, yun lang. Kung gusto nyong i-follow yung aking advice, it's up to you, mga inday. Nasa sa inyo yan, okay? Wala sa akin ang desisyon. It would really be up to you if you wanna, follow my money savings tips, mga ganyan, in order for you to be financially comfortable after 10, 15, or 20 years of working abroad. Okay? Diba? Nakakaloka. Okay lang naman mag-splurge sa sarili. Okay? Mag-splurge sa pamilya. Especially sa iyong parents who really work hard, who really did their great job in nourishing or in raising us. As in, give back to them if you can, as much habang buhay pa sila. But at the same time, isipin mo rin yung sarili mo. Are you taking care of yourself? Again, how will you be able to take care of others if you yourself are helpless? Okay, I'll stop with that. I will leave you with that quote, okay? Okay, babush na. How would you be able to help yourself if you yourself are helpless? Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye. And remember, the truth creates money, lies destroy it. So never dress and act like a rich if you are not a rich. Because the truth creates money and lies destroy it. Bye-bye!